Greetings YouTube, this is Toy Customizer Wakeangel2K1, and as I was not able to get a Saturday pass to New York Comic Con, I figured I would spend Saturday filming a review of two of the toys that I was able to find there. They are the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed Sonic and Shadow Planes. I don't know if these vehicles have proper names because as you can see, the name tag only has the character name on it, not the vehicle name. So let's just talk about the packaging real quick. They have these really nice transparent box packages that show off the vehicle inside very nicely with the character standing in front of it. It's really cool. The problem is that they're like held closed on the sides with double-sided tape. So opening these packages to get the characters out without destroying them is an absolute pain in the ass. Nonetheless, I shall do it. Alright, so here they are out of the packaging. They both come with a respective rider. Sonic's Flying Speed Star comes with the Sonic figure, and Shadow's plane comes with the Shadow figure. There's nothing particularly special about them. Let's see, take a quick close-up. The paint job on the figures is very nicely done. Their articulation all works pretty good. These are not the ones with the bicep swivels. And, yeah. Aside from the holding things hands, there is nothing special about Sonic at all. The same is true for Shadow, except, well, it's his hands. His holding thing hands seem to be slightly different. They appear to be just a pair of Sonic's holding thing hands with the cuff painted yellow and red. For comparison, let me get out the other Shadow figure so you can see its cuff up close. So as you can see, there is a bit of a difference with those gloves. A bit of a difference which will be highlighted better with a bit more of a zoom. There, see? You see the difference now? You see the difference? Good. You have seen the difference. Now let's move on to those planes. Sonic's Flying Speed Star is very well detailed, and it totally captures the look of his plane from the game. He has that wide triangular wingspan, jet intakes up front, two little canard wings, and 3 wheels on the bottom which roll pretty good. Lots of detail in the venting is captured. And he even has a little cockpit inside with the steering wheel. Yeah. Comparing it to the original Speed Star, the shade of blue is slightly different, but the deco is pretty much good. Although where the original Speed Star had a silver painted windshield, this one actually has a transparent plastic windshield, which is pretty awesome. The vehicles are very similar in size, with the Speed Star only being, the plane version being slightly longer due to, you know, the nose cone having come out. Yeah, you know how that goes. The rears of the cars look a little bit different. You know, be that as it may. I think that's because Sonic Speed Star is a slightly different model from the original All-Stars Racer to All-Stars Racing Transformed, but I think it looks good. It looks like a plain version of this car. The first time I saw Shadow's plane on the internet, I thought that it was his vehicle in its boat form, because it has a very you know, boat hull-like appearance with the slightly curved leading edge of the wings and the way the body is formed. Of course, this is because Shadow's vehicle in All-Stars Racing Transformed is very tank-like. I like how on the front of it, it has the GUN logo which is just a G with those, you know, olive. Are those supposed to be olive branches? I think they're olive branches. Yeah, he also has a transparent windshield and a nicely detailed cockpit inside. Oh, by the way, these are holes in the dashboard for the feet to go. And he also has 3 wheels on the bottom of the car, which roll quite well. The back of the plane is pretty cool looking with those 2 giant engine exhaust thrusters. And you got a pretty nicely detailed sculpt with paint job. It looks very much like the vehicle from the game, and it's all good. Although this one has a round steering wheel like what you would see in a car. I sort of have to compare it to the All-Stars Racer motorcycle because it was Shadow's vehicle from the previous game. Although it's clearly, you know, this vehicle is clearly not based on this. The All-Stars Racer vehicle that Shadow drove was based on the motorcycle from the Shadow the Hedgehog solo game, even going so far as to have that Shadow the Hedgehog logo on the side of it. It's a nice motorcycle. I wish he had kept it for the sequel game, but they opted to give him that funny looking tank car. So yeah, the vehicle's plane mode does not bear any resemblance to the motorcycle, so shoo. But yeah, still, the plane's very good. Both vehicles also seat Sonic and Shadow very easily. All you have to do is put them in there, and their feet go into the dashboards, and their hands easily grip the steering wheel without any major stresses on the arms or legs or having to test the plastic tolerances. Particularly Sonic's, because I remember on the original Speedstar, getting him to grip that steering wheel could be a real pain because it was made out of soft plastic and you would bend it out of the way as you tried to get his hands to grip. Here, the steering wheel is made out of stiffer plastic, so getting his fingers around it is a lot easier. And the figures are pretty solid in there, and you can even put them upside down without them falling out, or even shifting very much. They are in there pretty good. Well, Shadow a little bit less so, but that's because, you know, his head's heavier. So, this completes my collection of Jazwares Sonic vehicles once again. Well, you know, in the 1/18th scale, that is. Because they, of course, made All-Stars Racer vehicles in, like, the Hot Wheels sizes and the pullback racers. But, you know, I don't really collect all those, because, you know, they don't have action figures. But I was waiting for these guys to show up in retail stores in my area, and they never did. That's why I had to buy them at the convention. But now that I have them, I think that they're pretty awesome. They're really cool, and they have wheels that roll very well, and they'd be great toys for kids or display pieces for adult collectors. I would highly recommend either or both of these planes. Now, why they never seem to want to make an actual biplane tornado to put tails in, that is a question for the ages. This is Toy Customizer Wakeangel 2001, signing off.